What does business growth mean to you? When we talk about business growth, what comes to mind? For some, it's expanding their team. For others, it's about hitting a new financial milestone. And for many women in business, growth isn't just about the numbers. It's about freedom, flexibility, and fulfillment. The truth is, business growth looks different for everyone, and that's a good thing. The Woman Who community is made up of inspiring entrepreneurs at every stage of the entrepreneurial journey, from solo startups and micro businesses to multi-million success stories. And yet, we all share a desire to keep moving forward in a way that aligns with our values and goals. So what does growth look like at each level? Starting out, building your foundations. Growth can feel exciting and overwhelming in equal measure when you're in the early stages of your business journey. At this point, it's not about flashy figures or overnight success, but about laying the foundations for something meaningful and sustainable. Growth might mean gaining your first clients or customers. The first sale, booking, or product review is a huge milestone. It's a sign that your idea has value and that someone believes in what you're offering. Becoming more confident in what you offer. When you're just starting out, imposter feelings can creep in. Growth here often shows up as clarity in your messaging, the courage to charge what you're worth, or the confidence to tell people, I run my own business. Creating consistent routines and systems. From setting up your CRM or email list to managing your time more effectively, this is the phase where you start turning your side hustle into a real working business. Yes, it's a learning curve, but every process you create becomes a building block for your future growth. When starting out, success isn't about scaling fast. It's about finding your feet, establishing your brand, and building a reputation to attract clients you know, like, and trust. Growth here is deeply personal. It's the mindset shifts, the tiny wins, and the resilience you build with every decision. Remember, small steps lead to big changes. You're building something that matters. Growing steady, scaling up. As your business begins to find its rhythm, growth naturally starts to shift. You're no longer focused solely on providing your ideas work. You're ready to expand your impact, income, and influence. You're also learning that growth doesn't have to mean burnout. Growth at this stage might look like increasing your income and profitability. You're no longer just chasing revenue, you're thinking smarter about profits. That might mean refining your pricing, creating packages that better reflect the value you offer, or finally saying goodbye to the clients who drain your time and energy. Outsourcing tasks to protect your time. This might mean hiring a VA, an accountant, or a social media manager. You're learning that letting go can be a powerful act of growth. You don't need to do it all. In fact, delegating can free you up to do more of what you love. And that's a win for both you and your business. Reaching a wider audience through marketing or visibility work. This might mean the season you start speaking at events, showing up regularly online, or investing in professional branding. You're ready to be seen because your work matters and the right people need to know about it. Now you're ready to start scaling your business on your terms. That means saying yes to opportunities that align with your values and vision and saying no to anything that doesn't. You're building a business that works with your lifestyle, not one that takes over it. This is the phase where many women redefine what success looks like: more balance, more freedom, more joy. Establish success, leadership, and legacy. For women running multi-six-figure businesses, growth takes on a new dimension. You've laid the foundations, built a strong, sustainable structure, and now you're looking beyond the day-to-day. Growth at this level might mean developing your leadership style. You're no longer just running a business, but leading a vision. That might mean managing a growing team, stepping into a more strategic role, or investing in your own personal development as a leader. It's about how you lead, who you lead, and the legacy you're creating. Expanding into new markets or offers. Perhaps you're branching out with a new product line, launching an internal service, or stepping into a new industry altogether. You're playing a bigger game, driven by innovation, curiosity, and the confidence that comes from experience. Mentoring others and giving back. Many women at this stage feel a strong pull to support the next wave of entrepreneurs. That might look like mentoring, speaking, creating resources, or simply showing up with honesty about the highs and lows, just like I do in the Let's Get Visible Accelerate Academy. You get to become part of somebody else's story. At this level, growth becomes less about survival or even stability and more about significance. You're asking deeper questions. What am I building? Who am I becoming? What will I leave behind? It's about creating a lasting impact. You are shaping not just a successful business, but a meaningful life. Reflection exercise. Define your growth vision. Take 10 minutes to journal your thoughts using the prompts below. This isn't about right or wrong answers, it's about your truth. What does the grown-up version of your business look like? Think about your team, income, clients, and time. Why is growth important to you personally? Does it give you more time with family, freedom to travel, the ability to say no? How will you know you've grown? Is it a feeling, a number, a new opportunity? I love reflecting on my business goals, which is how I arrived at my word of the year, simplify. When you write freely and reflect on the past year or two, sometimes your goals change the moment you reconnect with why you started. No matter what stage of business you're in, growth should feel empowering. It's not always about going bigger. Sometimes it's about going deeper, becoming more aligned, and finding joy in the process. So what does business growth mean to you? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the Let's Get Visible community.